For our final project, our group assessed the role optimism plays in the life and practice of an entrepreneur. Interestingly, one of the biggest challenges that we faced was coming to a consensus on what exact definition of optimism we would use in order to bring clarity to its application, specifically to entrepreneurship. After much deliberation, we agreed to move forward with a strong belief in one's ability to succeed when failure is an option, a definition that essentially is an argument for what we called pragmatic optimism, as opposed to a head-in-the-clouds type of hopefulness that's often associated with being optimistic. While I did agree with our overall consensus for simplicity purposes, it was still hard for me to neglect that sense of what Nobel laureate and author of Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman, calls delusional optimism, or essentially having such a positive outlook on potential outcomes that you overlook all the odds against you. He says that leaders, inventors, and entrepreneurs are more likely to exhibit this delusional optimism than most people, and that if entrepreneurs rationally weighed their odds of success, the majority of them would have never started a business in the first place. So given these two parts of the optimism puzzle, I feel that the lens of optimism should be applied strategically in business, and particularly social enterprise. There's a time and a place for each type of outlook, and they should be gauged appropriately depending on the issue at hand. For example, when it comes to financials or sales, you want to have a bit more realistic or pragmatic approach in order to be advantageous, whereas with business development, investor relations, or employee engagement, you want almost to be oozing optimism in order to convince your stakeholders that your product or service can actually change the world. So overall, I think that when applied strategically, optimism is a key component to entrepreneurial success, and everyone's success.